So this month, actually, I've been really focusing in on confidence. What is it that, evades us at times and is so present in other times? And um, and the reason I've been focused on that is just that I think that, coming out of the pandemic, we lost a bit of confidence and sort of a sense of a world that was predictable to some extent. And we're trying to kind of get ourselves grounded back at work and in our relationships. And I do believe that confidence is a way of really showing up just a little bit more. And so last week I talked about coming from your strengths, and I hope that you've really been doing a little bit of your own inventory about what your best strengths are, and also looking for those strengths in those around you at work. And now I wanted to talk just a bit about how we can actually use ourselves in our presence and just really showing up with the flawed, imperfect self, but just kind of naming our own experience so that those conversations we have can have impact to help others and to create change. So I was working with a couple this week, and sometimes you just have those sessions. And this is a couple that I hadn't seen for a little while. And of course, at times I can feel like my office is kind of like a recycling space. But of course, the session became very loaded, and I noticed myself becoming, kind of saturated or overwhelmed, kind of pulled in a way much like a triangle, kind of like one of those communication triangles where somebody is drawing you in as that third party to kind of referee who's right and who's wrong. And that's never a comfortable space to be, and it doesn't bring insight. As a therapist and as a coach, I'm always looking to help people deepen and understand their own themes so that they can come from a place of compassion for themselves and being curious about how they can be more present for the other person, for growth. And how do we come from that growth mindset? Anyways, here I was in this session, hearing this couple just, firing off every deficit of each other and really absolutely activated. And I just kind of stopped them. At times, you just have to hold that stop sign to say, like, stop, take a moment and just breathe into your body. What is going on right now? What vulnerability is being covered up in this discharge, this little war going on here? And I actually use myself as a witness in a way, or kind of a helpful witness, hopefully, in saying what my experience was in observing them and sort of being present with them. I felt kind of rendered hopeless, really, because what can I do in a situation like that? I mean, who is right? Who is wrong? And does it matter? And so I realized that confidence sometimes is just being an honest presence in the room, just to say out loud and kind of name it, name what's going on, what your own experience is. So I said to them, listen, I feel like you're referee here, like you're wanting me to say who's right and who's wrong. And I'm not going to do that. It's not my role. It wouldn't be helpful. What is helpful is to have you just notice right now. Notice what's in the room, some urgency, some need to be, having the last say. Have you ever been in that experience where you're a point on the triangle? You're kind of in that situation where it feels, your body will tell you, with anxiety that, that it's wrong. You're being pulled into something that you need to kind of step back and observe. So I became the confident observer, just to name it in the room. And with that, the couple actually, stopped for a moment and did kind of reflect on, what is going on for them. And I think that's so helpful sometimes, to just stop, and wonder, is this my ego driving this? Or is this really, am I really truly wanting to grow? And what do I really want as an outcome? So with that, I said, really, you're in choice here. Do you want this relationship? At times, I think we need to really be saying that, naming that in the room. And it takes some time and some quiet reflection to say, am I coming from a place to create what I really want to create? Or am I just needing to be right? And I think that's such a helpful skill to kind of hone and start to be curious about. So my inspiration, I hope, for this week is for you to be an observer. And when you notice a triangle happening, one of those communication triangles where you feel pulled in to referee something that's going on, step back and just trust yourself, trust the value of your observation, to name it. So I'm Joanne Weiler, and I'm a couple and family therapist. I'm a registered clinical counselor. I'm a coach, and I give talks and like lunch and learns for the workplace. I put on workshops, and I also, as you know, work with couples and individuals. If you are interested to find out more, please reach out to me. You can call my office at 604-925-1907, or just reach out to me through my website at joanneweiler.com, or email me at info@joanneweiler.com. Have a confident week.